Alright, good morning guys. I figured seeing as I'm currently with the Titanturion in the workshop, I'd give it a bit of an internals overview because some people are quite interested as to how I made the Centurion not suck. Let's start with the breech. Okay, well, under the breech. Down here we have a magwell that is basically 100% putty. It's all putty. I'll just move the Turion for a sec. As you can see, it lines up with the breech up there, and that is all solid putty just to make sure that the mag will move in and sit rigidly inside the shell. Okay, next up we'll move up to the breech itself. Now, the barrel extends all the way out to there when the breech is closed, and it's simply 16mm conduit with a 20mm conduit sort of mag well that helps fit the clip. And yeah, as you can see here, it's been cut to the shape of the clip so that the clip will move in, sit, and the magwell helps hold the clip in when the breech slides back and forth. This part here is connected to a guide rail over the back there, which you can barely see, and that rail extends beyond the tank, and here's the guide rail here. If you see that little blob of putty in there, that is the bolt. And if I can move the bolt, yes, I can move the bolt, but currently it moves the barrel as well. It moves the breech. So, move the breech there. Close breech again. Put the barrel back in line. Now, this is just the standard, I forgot what it is, dart chamber. It helps with misfires in the Centurion, but because of the air tank, it won't move back the whole way. Now here is the Titan tank itself, and look at that. Look at the size of that tank. It's been reinforced with mesh tape and 3D epoxy. There is a bit of putty down here to help hold it up. There's a bit of putty here to help hold it in when the breech moves, and there's a bit of putty back here to help the valve and hose sit that I've epoxied to the tank itself. This is the trigger. This trigger uses the original Centurion's guide rail with a tent peg, a rather thick tent peg that has been bent to fit, and it comes up and wraps around the trigger, and as you can see, that's quite fine. Moves beautifully. And in here, I was having trouble with the Titan tank leaking air before, but I lubricated the firing pin by simply pulling the pin back, adding lubricant in there, and now it works. There is the tank to compressor connection. This compressor is a $12 Kmart compressor, and it's been replaced since the last time I did an internals video because the last compressor I used melted. Or not melted, but at least overheated and proceeded to never work again. As you can tell, that's a Schrader valve in there, connected to that. That just travels the length of the hose through the shell, up round to the compressor itself. This is a 12-volt lithium polymer battery from AliExpress with a Dean's connection. Dean's connection runs to the compressor itself and to the button down here, and that button, when pressed, will move the compressor. And I can't use two hands to hold it in, but with enough compression, it'll actually just fill up the pressure gauge up here. It's about 40 psi at the moment, so that was what, 4 or 5 seconds, and then the trigger holds 40 psi beautifully. There's nothing in the breech at the moment, but I'll move up to the barrel just to show you. See, there was enough force in that to move the Dremel just a little bit. And anyway, yes, that's basically the internals of the Centurion. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm sorry for a shaky hand, but I just, I have a very shaky hand. Anyway, yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you next time.